is Rana Ghandour. I'm an employment specialist at Word Skills, and I will be hosting this session today with my friend Abhinav here. So before we dive into the session, I would like just to ask you to keep your microphones off during the session, during the presentation. We will have a time dedicated for questions and answers at the end of the session. So you will have the time to ask all your questions. If you have any question during the presentation, you can also drop it in the chat box and we will be managing the chat conversation. We will make sure to answer all your questions. We encourage you to be on camera also because we love to see your faces. This is a safe space. It's not a recorded session, so you can be safely on camera. And we, of course, encourage you to be engaged and to participate as much as you can. Okay? So let me start this session by introducing Abhinav first. So Abhinav has been with WES for 6 years now, and he brings an extensive perspective shaped by both personal and professional experience. Nearly a decade ago, he left his home country and pursued a master's degree at NYU, navigating the complexities of the credential evaluation and immigration firsthand. So he later deepened his experience when he moved to Canada, and he obtained an educational credential assessment for immigration purposes. At WES, he leads some digital marketing initiatives, and he plays a key role in developing outreach strategies for international audiences. His work is informed by a personal understanding of the applicant journey and a commitment to making the credential evaluation process more accessible and transparent. Abhinav regularly presents webinars and collaborates with partners across the US and Canada to support students, professionals, and institutions seeking to leverage international education. He'll be with us today to present about WES and to answer all your questions. So welcome again, Abhinav, and the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, and apologies for some of the technical issues we were facing. My name is Abhinav Jana. I go by my initials AJ, and I've been working with WES a little over 7 years. I'm originally from India, and I lived in New York for 15 years. I've lived in Dubai for a couple of years, in London for a few years, and now in Toronto for 6 months. As you know, when you travel so much outside of your home country, one of the biggest challenges is settling into a new space, job market, and all other factors that comes into place along with that. One of the biggest challenges that I faced was change in education. So I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from India, and then I switched my major and I went to NYU, New York University, for my master's in technology management. And then now I'm in Canada. So all these education in different countries, it's always hard for you to, get it acknowledged in the country that you're moving to. So one of the biggest challenge that we're trying to solve at WES is help you with your home country education being acknowledged in the country that you're moving to. So a little bit quick about WES. We've been in business for a little over 52 years. We are a nonprofit organization that help with credential evaluation service, but we're also work in the social impact side where we support immigrants settling in US and in Canada, depending on where they're moving. Our mission and vision is to help you use your home country education and skills and apply it in the country that you're staying. In this case, one of the quick things I love to share is the breadth of our footprint of WES globally. So we evaluate credentials from any part of the world. So let's say you graduated from a university in Europe, in Middle East, in Asia, in Africa. We evaluate if it's a credential evaluation, if it's an academic degree, we would evaluate it for you. I love to show this slide to give you a little bit more insight. When WES started, we did 1974, we did around 20 applications. And fast forward to now, last year, you can see we did over 500,000 applications. And out of which majority was from Canada. And you can see as immigration being one of the topmost credential evaluation purpose that applicants get it for, and then education, employment licensing, and also for other purposes that you may require. A little bit about credential evaluation. So what is it and why do we need it? So credential evaluation is essentially a comparison, or it's a standardization of your home country education to Canadian standards. So when you're moving to Canada, many countries have different education systems. So what WES does is we standardize that in terms of what your grades compared to Canadian standards, what your education stands in the Canadian landscape, and how you can basically use those credit to apply to different aspects that you're applying in Canada. You can use it for various industries. Major one is immigration, as applying for IRCC for permanent residency. That's one of the space where you will be using it for. Could be education, where if you are in Canada and you're applying for a master's program, PhD, or even let's say bachelor's degree, and you have a home country education that you want to get credit for, so you will get a WES evaluation for that and apply to those schools, give them the reports that they need. Again, some employers might request it, and for licensing like nursing purposes also you require credential evaluation. I always like to highlight WES is not the only credential evaluation company. There are 5 other major credential evaluation companies in Canada. So make sure you do your research, make sure you understand where you're applying and what credential evaluation they require. Certain times they will clearly mention they accept WES. Certain time they will say that we accept all Alliance of Credential Evaluation Services, which is ACES service. So basically, if they mention it, get a WES, but if they don't mention WES, make sure you know which one they require so that you spend your money in the right direction. We do 3 types of reports in Canada. First is document by document, which is essentially 4 years of bachelor's degree is equivalent to 4 years of bachelor's degree in Canada, with just a document which describes that your credentials are equivalent to what your credentials are equivalent to in Canada. Course by course is a little bit more in depth. It covers everything that is in document by document, but it also includes each semester's, each grades, each credits that you have achieved, and it calculates GPA in Canadian standards compared to your home country. And then last is the ECA, which is required by the Canadian government, which is the IRCC for your permanent residency application as a part of your CRS rating or score that you may require for applying for permanent residency. The document by document and course by course never expire. So once you get it, they're good for life. ECA, which is the educational credential assessment for the Canadian government, it's only valid for 5 years. You'll have to come back and renew it. That's the contract that we have with the Canadian government. The process is pretty straightforward, but the challenge comes when you have to submit the documents. So after you complete your application, you make a payment. We send you a list of documents that we need from your university and a list of documents that you can upload on the application portal. This is the most challenging part. This is a big struggle because most of us are either in Canada or we're not close to the university that we got our bachelor's from or master's from, whatever degree we're evaluating. So that's the most challenging part, where you will have to connect with your university and send us document directly from them. WES has a very rigid process regarding that. We do require you to send your documents directly from the university in a sealed envelope so that we can verify that the documents are coming from the university and it is from your documents that are coming to us. Once we approve the documents, when we are sure that everything looks good, it takes us around 2 to 4 weeks to complete your equivalency. Here are some of the documents that you can upload. You can upload a copy of your diploma, degree certificate. You can upload an English translation if it's in a different language. But what we would need from your university is your official transcripts that needs to be sent by your university. Your university can send us documents digitally if we have a partnership with them. We do have a tool on our website, which I'll show you guys later. It's the required documents tool, which you can use to find out if we have a digital partnership with your university or not. In that case, they can digitally send us document. They don't have to physically mail it to us. We do offer an ICAP program for D by D and C by C. The only difference is that we store your verified transcripts for lifetime. How does that help in future if you decide you want to pursue a PhD or an MBA or master's again, and they want your undergrad or your bachelor's or your master's transcript? This is an opportunity for you to share with them directly from WES, from a verified source. You also do get a digital badge that you can share on your LinkedIn, on your resume. You can add it that your degree is WES verified. If you already have an ECA, so if you already have a permanent residency in Canada or you applied for that and you have an ECA, you can always upgrade it to a document by document or course by course. It's a very straightforward process. You log into your application and then you can do the upgrade. There are charges for upgrade depending on if you're getting a document by document or course by course. Course by course usually tends to be a little bit more expensive because it's a more in-depth analysis of your degree. We have a degree equivalency tool, which is completely free to use. We'll share the slides later. You guys can check out the tool. It gives you an idea of your equivalency or what your degree stands against Canadian standards from your home country. So really good way to see, and it's completely free to use. So definitely check it out. We do have a newsletter and we do post a lot of information on our website. I'll share a QR code towards the end, and then you guys can scan it and sign up for it. We do have a WES Gateway program. It is only applicable to these countries. One thing to highlight is basically this Gateway program is designed for helping immigrants who have some issue in their home country where they cannot connect with their university to be able to send us document. These are the only countries that is applicable for. One important thing to remember is the Gateway program application are not accepted by the Canadian government for IRCC, for permanent residency application. It is only, you can use it for C by C, D by D, for university, for higher education, or employment, or other purposes, but you cannot use it for your permanent residency application. There's more information on our website regarding Gateway program. If it's applicable to you, if you are from one of those countries and unable to get your document, please take a look at this. I'm going to leave this QR code up here for a little bit. If anybody wants to scan, you can sign up for a newsletter. You can receive more information about policy changes or anything about all the different documents that we require and blog on credential evaluation and any other information that might help you. I'm going to quickly unshare or pause the share for a little bit and try to give a quick walkthrough of our website. So just bear with me. Let's see if I can pull it here. Are you able to see the website? Awesome. So here, if you click on the credential evaluation dropdown, these are all the information for anyone who needs more information in terms of applying for an application. If you click on evaluation and fees here, it will give you all the information about the pricing in Canadian dollars and in USD as well. And if you keep scrolling down, you will see what all is included in each of the pricing. But if you are unsure of what kind of credential you want, if you click on Canada here, you can pick and choose for what purpose you're applying. So let's say I want to apply for employment. When you click on employment, it will give you an option about basically document by document is what recommended. But at the end of the day, you always have to make sure that you check with the organization or the employer you're going to be using it for, if they want document by document or if they require course by course. The reason why I say this, because in some of the research jobs and labs or any other jobs, they might require course by course rather than document by document. Whenever you're ready for submitting an application, you're going to go to get an evaluation. There is a step-by-step process in terms of going through the process, in terms of setting up your account. But I'm going to quickly show you guys how it looks. We just recently updated our application portal. So essentially, the upgraded portal will allow you to submit multiple applications if you require multiple, but in most cases, people don't really require multiple application, but it will look something like this. So when you click on add an application, it will give you the option to select which country you're applying for. So in this case, I'll pick Canada. And then based on your purpose that you're applying for, let's say education, employment, immigration, licensing, it will take you so on and so further into steps. These are 7 steps. Once you complete the 7 steps, you will have to send us the document that we need from you. Once we receive the document, we'll be able to complete your application. One last thing I want to share before we stop the presentation is this tools page. Please check out these free tools. We have a required documents tool. If you enter a couple of information about your university, about where you got your education from, where you completed, what you would need it for, it will show you exactly how and what documents we need from you, and if we have some sort of digital connection to your university in your home country. That's pretty much it, what I had in terms of the presentation. I would love to take some questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, so this is a time for you if you have any question and you would like to share immediately with AJ. So let it be. Yes, Hermine or Hermine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, AJ, for the presentation. I just have one question. How long does it take when you request all those credentials for qualification with WES?
So essentially, it will depend on once you're able to submit all your documents to us. Once we receive all your documents, it should take 2 to 4 weeks. But then again, it depends on how much volume we are receiving right now. There is seasonality sometimes in a lot of applications that we receive during a specific given time. So I always recommend starting your application as soon as possible. But you can always go to this link. It's called current processing, and it will give you all our current processing time. So let's say if you do course by course, it will tell you like after we receive all your documents, it takes up typically 2 to 4 weeks to complete to complete the evaluation.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, thank you, AJ. Thank you. So Fredeline, next.
Good morning. My name is Fredeline Joseph. Thank you, AJ, for the presentation. My question is, I have already started my process. So I have received on my portal that the status, they told me that we have sent a document verification request to your institution. So what does that mean? I would like to know how my institution gonna receive the request. If it's via email or via like I don't know, via mail.
Actual document, yeah.
Yeah.
In most cases, you are responsible to follow up with your university to make sure that they have sent us all the documents. I'm not sure why you're seeing that status. So what I would recommend is if you don't mind taking a screenshot of your status and send it to Rana, and then she can send it to me, so I can forward it to my production team to look into it. But Fredeline, you are responsible for following up with your university and making sure they have sent us all the documents that we need to complete your credential evaluation.
Okay, thank you.
No
I
problem.
will send it to Rana. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, please.
Hi.
Include your reference.
Hello.
Hi, thank you, Fredeline. Thank you, AJ. Samir?
Hi, this is Virginia. Okay. I have a problem that I've been trying to solve for a while now with WES.
But Virginia, would you mind holding off for a little bit? If you raise your hand, we'll put you in the queue so you can ask your question when it's your turn.
No, okay.
No.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So Samir, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, I hope I'm audible. My question is very simple. These certifications, like for example, I graduated 2012, for example. So IT, does it matter the certification as much or the portfolio, the work itself?
You might have to repeat the last part. You said you completed your application and...
No, I haven't said I completed the application. My question is like, I'm IT major, computer science. So do I need to follow the certification route or I focus in my building portfolio and give value and actually like for example, IBM skills and stuff related like that, to be honest?
It completely depends, Samir. Say, my thought process is always try to save money. If you don't need it, you don't need it. But if you know it will help you with your profile, then it's always better to get it. What I mean by that is it's same as, it's like an insurance sometimes. Some organizations might not even know what WES is, who WES is. Some organization might require WES. So when you're applying to a job, you ask them, use our degree equivalency tool, get that idea of what your report stands for, and then reach out to the employer and say, hey, do you accept my degree as is from my home country, or do you require me to get it standardized or validated from an organization like WES? If they say yes, then you move forward with it. If they say no, we don't need it, we are very happy with everything you have provided, then you don't require it. So at the end of the day, your goal is to make sure you receive a good return on investment that you're investing, because the application is expensive and it's time consuming. So you have to make sure that you really, really need it in order to apply for it.
Is that good, Samir? All right, thank you. Femi?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I understand that this presentation was important, but maybe it can solve all our problems. Just would like to ask you if someone decides to apply for a certification, can he get like a focal point or someone with whom he can or she can communicate regularly so that to help the person to move forward in the good direction for this process? Just a focal point or someone with whom he can communicate.
So, Femi, first of all, it will not solve all your problems. It will only solve your credential equivalency requirement problem.
This is what I mean. Yeah.
Second is you have contact with Rana. So what you can do once you submit your application, if you are facing a challenge in your process, you can share your reference number, you can share the challenge you're having with Rana, and then she can reach out to me and I can help you navigate. But going through the proper direction would be the first course of action. It could be challenging at times, and I completely agree that it's hard. It's an application process, but it's the same way how every application process works. So once you start, once you complete it, if you have any issues, send an email to Rana, tell her exactly what your problem is, your reference number, and then she can coordinate with me to help support your application.
Thank you so much.
Yes, for sure. With pleasure. Thank you, Ferman. I'll go back to the line again. So Femi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead.
All right, thank you so very much. My name sounded so much like Fermin, so I thought I was the one you called earlier, right?
I actually called you, and I think that Fermin thought that I was calling him, but it's okay. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Thank you so very much. AJ, thank you for your presentation. Such a beautiful one. So here's the thing. I received a notification on the 29th of April. That's just about 2 weeks ago, from Canadian Armed Forces, which I applied to, and they were asking for me to update my records. The only thing that I'm yet to do is that of Canadian equivalence of my qualification in my home country. Apparently, I was directed to WES and many other evaluation. So I settled for WES and I've initiated the procedure. But it was displaying United States of America. So I just need assistance in that regard as to how I could proceed, and I will appreciate this. Thank you.
You said you have degree from US?
No, I'm saying that what I saw was that on the WES portal, it was mentioning more of United States of application, United States of America, sorry, and not Canada, if one wants to do the equivalency of one's qualification. And so I just got stuck there because I couldn't proceed with the payment. And I've been looking forward to how I would have an interface with a WES official. So I would want to kindly request that after this conversation, I'll reach out to Raja by email and just walk her through what has happened. Maybe through that, I'll be able to get assistance.
Femi, I'm not sure exactly what your problem is here. I'm having a little bit hard time understanding, but it should be pretty straightforward. When you start an application, as I was sharing, you should select Canada if you're going to use it in Canada. If you selected US, then it will be in US. So make sure your application is the correct application. If it's not correct, then I would encourage you to cancel that and start a new one where you were picking Canada as your country, as I was showing when I was sharing the application process. You will have to make sure you're picking Canada. If you do not pick Canada, in that case, you might face issues in terms of what application you're applying. So you have to make sure you pick Canada as your country where you'll be using your equivalency. So what I mean by that is when I'm in the application portal, if you select US, you will see everything in US. So you have to make sure you pick Canada as your country to apply. What country is it for? So you have to make sure you're using it for the right purpose. If you're using it for, I don't know if you said employer or education, you will have to pick that. And then that way you're going to make sure you're moving forward in the right direction in your application.
Thank you so much, AJ. I'm grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Femi. Thank you, AJ. So, Brisine, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, AJ. Thank you for your presentation. Please, I have some question. I already have a document by equivalent document by document, and I would like to do course by course. And I want to know if I will start again the procedure like I do document by document, or are there some, I don't know, some procedure can help me to go to go faster? Thank you.
The only way is to go back to your account, upgrade your application to CBESI. In most cases, we may not require you to send any documents to us, but if you are requiring something very specific, there might be a case that the team might request for additional document. But once you make the payment, there will be an additional payment of 115 Canadian dollars. Once you make that payment, we should be able to work on creating a CBESI for you, comparing your DYD.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Right, thank you. Sirwan, I'm not sure where the line starts now, but I can see you as the first one on my screen. Go ahead, Sirwan.
Okay, hello everybody. Thank you, Rana, for your invitation, and also AJ for your presentation. I have just two simple questions. First, as I understood from AJ explanation, after receiving the documents, they will find a suitable university and also a course for us to continue our schooling, our education. If not, please explain this. And the second, for the countries like Iran, which we have some difficulties now based on the situations, and also based on the political situation, the universities don't give us some services to send you the registered documents. In that case, what should we do? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that challenge always stays, you know, like if you're not able to reach out to your university, they're not able to send us documents, it is a very open challenge. I don't think Iran is listed in our gateway program, so unfortunately you won't be able to apply for the gateway program. But if you have a sealed envelope or copy of all your transcripts in a sealed envelope from your university, sometimes that can also work out. And it is hard, to be honest with you, at that point, but it's worth giving a try. So what I would recommend is if you already have a sealed envelope with you of your credentials and all your academic credentials, then it's worth giving it a try. But at the same point of time, you know, we do require universities to send directly to us. But in your case, we might be able to consider. But again, it has to be your degrees shouldn't be tampered, or it has to be in a sealed envelope.
And also, excuse me, another simple question. If there be a gap between our education, for example, I master degree from Iran and want to continue in PhD, but there is a big gap. Is there?
No, it doesn't matter to us. The gap doesn't matter to us. We'll just evaluate your credentials as we receive them. The gap doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Rana.
Thank you.
Right, thank you. So AJ, I just have a question because I think we received last week an updated list of eligibility for the Gateway program, and I think that Iran is listed. I'm not sure. I read it and I remember that I supported one of my client with that. So I will share the link of the updated eligibility page. Okay, maybe they can check it and they can see.
Yeah, I think that would be best. You might be right. I haven't looked at the update.
Yeah, it's an update that we received actually last week. So maybe
Got it. Yeah. Just one thing to keep in mind that Gateway program is not applicable for IRCC. So if you're applying for immigration, we'll just have to make sure you keep that in consideration.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sirwan. Thank you, AJ. Abdul Karim.
Hello. First, I want to say thank you for great presentation. And my question is, I would like to mention I was not able to complete my university education before coming to Canada, but I complete 3 years out of a 4-year university program. Is it possible to have this studies evaluation?
Yeah, we evaluate any academic credential if it is from a university which is recognized by your home country by the education system there. We should be able to evaluate everything. 3 years diploma, 4 years degree, it doesn't matter, 2 years diploma. If it's an academic credential, we will be able to evaluate it for you.
Okay, thank you. And another question, I want to ask, would it be possible for me to send the required documents myself if I make sure to follow all of WES requirement? Because maybe my university cannot send the documents directly.
Unfortunately, I cannot comment on that since it's a requirement by WES as a part of the process. It has to come from your university. If there is any issue in terms of that, I already just shared the eligibility criteria for the Gateway program. If you are eligible for that, and Rana, you are correct. Iran is added. Unfortunately, I missed that. But yeah, if you are eligible for that, you can apply for the Gateway program. But then again, if you're for immigration purposes, it might not be able to be helpful for you. So it's always good to look into what you can do. Certain times, as I mentioned, there might be cases where we can accept a sealed envelope, untempered degree coming from you, but it's a very rare case. So it's better to always make sure you have, you can reach out to your university and they can send it to us.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Abdul Karim. Chun?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for your presentation. I just want to confirm if I have a PhD degree from my hometown country and I am currently looking for a job in North America, I was wondering if most employer here usually require WES accreditation evaluation for international degree.
Again, it depends. If they are requesting for WES, you probably have to get it. If they are okay with accepting your degree directly and you can send them your transcript, then do not get a WES application because you will save that money. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, so depending the job description, they need Western or not?
Yes, that would be the right approach. And also, if let's say you receive a call from them, you should ask the recruiter if you need a
assessment, a WES. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you know what kind of job is maybe need Western?
It depends. Honestly, you'll have to search for yourself. Unfortunately, I don't have a list in mind. But most cases, teaching, nursing, or even IT jobs or marketing, they might require, depending on how big the organization is and what role you're joining, there might be instances they might require, but it is very rare. It is very common. I mean, it is very rare compared to the immigration requirements.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I can add to that mostly the regulated professions will require you to have your WES handy so that you can go into the process of certification, of Canadian certification. But for others employers, like rarely they will ask you to show your WES as an evidence, But it's always good to have it, of course, to have it on your resume. It means sometimes to the employers. Right, thank you, June. So next, I think, is this Philip? So the name shows participant, but is that Philip? So next on my screen is the name is participant, but I'm not sure about the real name. You can go ahead.
I raised the hand as Firme. Is that? Firme.
No, not you. I will give the floor to Serge first, maybe, and then we will continue with the others. So Serge, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Thank you, Rana. Thank you, AG. I always send you my question on chat box because I'm not good in English.
Oh, you're doing good. Go ahead.
I have a lot of questions. That's why I write it because those questions are very important for me.
Yeah.
The first one is to know if there is human person who treated our documents, because every time we see that when you send us a message on spam. You call it spam in French. So that's my first question. My second one is to know if you what about French? Because all documents and your website is in English, and we don't have some communication in French, because me, I'm from country which they speak English, they speak French, not English. And another one is special of my university, where I start. It was a good university, and now it's closed. So what WES can do in that situation? Because it's in the region of Africa where there is war, and there is many problem in my country, in my continent, in that continent. So now that university is closed. So how WES can do to have to certificates that I always study there. Another question is like a proposition. WES can do like those persons who do with English. When you say that you know English, and so they can do a test to know if you are able, what is the level you have. Because every person can say, okay, I already read or study at that place. So can you arrange or do something like to do your own evaluation and to know if that diploma is correctly or not, or what is the level of that person? And the last one is to know if WES do a priority to those persons who are outside of Canada or those persons who are here, because outside there is a lot of people who are looking for the evaluation of WES before continuing the immigration program. And WES take a lot of time. And every time when I find some person who they are in the same position like me, they are looking for the job here in Ottawa or English part of Canada, they say that WES take a lot of time. You cannot know which time they will finish your process, and it's not good for us and for our families.
Thank you for all the questions. And Sergio, your English is not at all, I understood everything, so your English is fine. You should take more opportunities to speak in English. That would help you. Speaking of French, our website is available in French. The whole application process is available on French. You just have to select the language. Once you select the language as French as your language, you also receive all the communication from us in French as a part of our OLA and Bill 96 requirements. You will have to make sure when you submit the application, you select French as a language. It's the first question we ask when you create an account with us. If you have not selected that, you can go back and change your language preference. But our entire website, if you go any part of the website, you should see French as an option available at most pages which are applicable to the Canadian audience. Unfortunately, the process is strict. That's why we work with the Canadian government. There are certain things we just cannot change because that's the requirement by the government, as they will validate the degrees that we receive. So if you don't have your universities closed, if it is still affiliated with any organization, or if there is any centralized body in Africa or education system from where we can receive your information in terms of your education, there might be certain ways. So what I would recommend to you, Sergio, is you write an email, lay down all the question that you just asked about your university being closed, what's the next steps, and send it to Rana, and then I can work with Rana and provide you with the detailed information on how you should approach it if there is a issue with the university that you're applying for. So next step for you, write down an email, list down your university, mention the reason why it's closed, and send it to Rana, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Does this answer your question, Serge?
Yeah, some answers. Thank you, Mr. AG. The email, Truth, we can send you a message?
Not me. I cannot reply to any emails. You have to send it to Rana.
You have my email, Serge, of course, because you received the invitation for this meeting from my email. So just write back for me on my email address, and I will liaise with AJ to get you on the right track, okay?
Thank you.
Right, thank you so much, Serge. Virginia.
Okay, hi.
Hi, it's your turn, finally.
Okay, yes. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. I've learned a lot today. So my question is, I have been experiencing a lot of issues with my documents verification since February. My university had already sent, because I was trying to evaluate my credentials with WES, and my university has sent my transcripts. Okay, but they didn't send my my certificates, of which I uploaded when I was filling my form, because there's a space where you say upload your degree. I uploaded it, but I kept getting a message all the time that my degree has not been received by WES. And when I look at my profile, I could see all the documents ticked as received, approved by WES. And since then, when I tried to contact there's a contact customer service, and I kept receiving the same answer all the time. I should contact my school. And when I reached out to my school said they've already sent my transcript via electronical. Okay. To the West. I don't know what's going on, and it's kind of frustrating, because I have admission and everything is depending on it?
No, absolutely. First of all, I apologize. It is very, and it's not just you, Virginia. There are a lot of applications who go through the similar situation as you do. And, I'm not proud to mention this, but when I applied for my WES application, I also faced some similar issue because the report was coming from India to Canada and it was lost in the mail somewhere. So my advice would be, Virginia, if you can send an email to Rana today, right after this meeting, or even before this meeting ends, with your reference number, screenshot of your account, and clearly mentioning the issue that you're facing, I'll be helping expedite your concern to the department that can expedite your case sooner. So connect with Rana, send an email as soon as possible, and then let me get that resolved for you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Virginia. Furman again.
Thank you so much for the second question. This is a good opportunity that we got, and I would like to have the most we can.
Of course.
So what I wanted to know is on which form our university can send the documents. Is it like electronic or like just physical document?
Your university should have a digital partnership with us in order for them to send the document directly to us. I just shared a link. Use that link, input all your university information, and it will tell you if we already have a digital partnership with them or not. If we don't have a digital partnership, it will give you an option to steps to follow how your university can have a digital partnership with us. So the link that I shared, it will give you pretty much all the information that you need.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Furman. Julius?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I was about to type the message in the chat here, but now let me ask. Hello, everyone.
No, I will try to take all your questions live. And then again, if no one wants to share, I will just go over the written questions in the chat box. So go ahead, Julius, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking for jobs. I see job postings which emphasize completion of high school, others require degree, but I've never reached it to a stage where I'm successfully invited for job interview and maybe an opportunity to present my credentials. But I would like to be prepared at any time in the future, such that where I'm invited and I'm given an offer which requires also further proof of my education qualification, I want to be able to have something to present. But because I'm desperate, I need any job that comes first. I can even be going for one that just requires completion of high school, but I already possess a degree and a master's. But now for WES, if I want to save on the costs, does that mean I need to have one separate evaluation for my having completed high school, another evaluation for completion of a degree, or by just mere possession of a degree, and if it is verified, I can rely on that to show the employer that automatically I completed high school?
Yeah, you can evaluate your high school and your degree at the same equivalency. So one report will have it both. So you can just submit one application with us.
Yeah, one application with the
high school with your degree.
Okay, with degree. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. Thank you. So next is Tanushri. I'm sorry if I'm spelling your name
it's
not correctly. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Actually, I want to know if my degree is evaluated by WES or not. Like, how can I know if it is evaluated by WES or not?
Just use the degree equivalency tool. And
yeah, in there it's not there actually. I searched there as well.
You use the degree equivalency tool and it did not give you any.
Yeah.
Okay.
The degree is not mentioned in that where I can I can put my degree actually.
Which university is it?
I've done my bachelor's in Ayurveda medicine from RGHS University, but it's
Is that
not.
NAC approved? Is that university NAC approved?
Yeah.
Then we should be able to do it. If your university is NAC approved, we should be able to do it. If you're not seeing it, it's completely fine. What I would recommend is check the required documents tool once, the link that I shared.
Okay.
Your university should be listed there.
Okay.
If you still don't find it, what I would suggest is, again, sending an email to Rana and connecting through her.
Okay.
Might be better if you reach out to our customer service. If you don't hear from there, then reach out to Rana. I think that would be the best course of action. But if you're NAC approved, we should be able to do your equivalency.
Yeah, because the university is NAC approved and it provides MBBS degrees as well as Ayurveda medicine degrees. But I have searched in Google as well that it doesn't evaluate the Ayurveda medicine.
Maybe
as
we
such.
won't evaluate the Ayurveda medicine. That's what I'm thinking, because I'm not really sure if that's a degree that is recognized in Canada. So that could be the reason. But if you can send an email to Rana, I can take a look at with my team here. But I think that's the reason, because I don't think Ayurveda is recognized as a degree in Canada.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing again. So make sure you do your cross-check it with.
Yeah, actually, it was WES was evaluating before, it seems, but now it's stopped evaluating. I heard from few of my colleagues. Like, yeah. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Tanushree. Nima. Nima, are you there?
Hello. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
No
Sorry,
worries.
I can't show my face right now. But I'm coming very late to the meeting. But I had a question concerning the WES certification. For someone that has that has been doing finance, he has already the WES certification, but he wants to go into the CPA. I don't know if there is a if there he has people have ever come across a student that wants to get into CPA, and then they're asking for specific I don't know which one I'm calling module, specific module that they need from the WES certification. I don't know if my question is well spelled out.
CPA for Ontario or?
Yes, for Ontario.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to send you a link. Try to go through this. Should have all the information about CPA Ontario.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this should give you all the information you're looking for.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rana, I do have to drop in another 2 minutes, so we'll just take one more question.
All right, so we'll take, I don't know, participant. I don't know really your name. So if you want to have your, are you there? No. Julius, you wanted to ask something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
go ahead.
pointed about that I can combine my degree and the high school documents for the WES certification, but I've realized the challenge, which I would like to know if it can also affect the process. Unlike with the degree where the transcript shows the list of courses, modules, the duration, the years spent to complete it, for the high school, what we get is just a mention of the subjects that we did, but we spent 2 years doing several topics in those subjects. I wonder how will you always be able to assess me just by seeing a mention of subjects.
Unfortunately, I don't have a sample that I can share with you in terms of high school, but we do, for high school, it will be a C by C. It will be a course by course evaluation. So it will look something similar to how our course by course sample looks like. I'll share the link in the chat, take a look at it, but that's pretty much how it will look like.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Right. Okay, thank you. AJ, I know that you have some time limits, so I will let you go. Thank you so much for being with us today, and hopefully next time we will have the full 1 hour and a half session to have all the questions answered. And thank you so much for the others. Thank you for joining, of course. I would like you, if you have any really critical and important question that was not answered during the session today, feel free to send it to me. I have put my email address in the chat box, so please feel free to send your questions to me. I will guide you toward the proper resource, AJ or someone else who can answer your question. And yeah, that's it. And if you have some time, I will also drop the post-session, how do we call it, survey. Please take just a few minutes. It will help us assess the content of the session and make it better for you next time. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great afternoon. See you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Anna. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye. Questions are in English for this time. It is an opportunity for you. I know that a lot of you are French speakers, but come on, guys. We are in Ottawa, and this is an opportunity for you to practice your English, to start, progressing in English. So take the chance to do things in English, especially for those who are francophones. It will help you become better. Okay, thank you so much again. I will send you the material by email, and I will also send you this survey also by email. If you don't have time to fill it right now, you will have time to fill it later on. And I will be happy and glad to receive any question or clarification that you have. Okay, you have my email address. Thank you again, and happy afternoon. Bye-bye.